The movie starts in the future. United Nations makes a rule. Every country must reduce its population by 5% each year to fight overpopulation. In America, this is done through a yearly test for students. The ones who score the lowest are executed. The test is called the 10-24-1, or the thinning. In Austin, Texas, students are getting ready for the test, which is just 18 hours away. Simon is studying in his room with his older sister Lena, helping him. Their younger siblings, Corinne and Joey, play games on the bed nearby. Simon feels overwhelmed and says he won't learn enough in time. Desperate, he gives Lena money for a special contact lens that shows answers. He tests it out and it works, but Lena reminds him to destroy it after the test. Lena then gets a call from Dr. Perkash, who tells her their mom is trying to leave the hospital, even though it's against medical advice. Lena tells her siblings they need to go to the hospital. There, Lena stops her mom from signing herself out. The doctor privately tells Lena that her mom's condition is getting worse. While they can't cure her, keeping her comfortable is the best they can do. Meanwhile, at the governor's mansion, Blake, the governor's son, is just 12 hours away from taking the test. He sneaks past bodyguards to meet his girlfriend, Ellie, in his car. Ellie surprises him, joking that she always scares him the same way. They spend time together and swim in a rich neighbor's pool, trying to forget about the test. Afterward, Ellie admits she's scared. Their moment is interrupted when a bodyguard catches them and takes Blake back to his father. Blake's dad, Governor Redding, lectures him about focusing on the test. He says Blake can have fun later but needs to pass this test and the final one next year. After that, Blake will have all the freedom he wants. The governor hugs his son before leaving. 3 hours before the test, students arrive at a school surrounded by chain-link fences, barbed wire, and cameras. Guards patrol the area. Simon accidentally bumps into someone, dropping his contact lens. He can't find it and is forced to move on. Blake notices Lena watching other students say goodbye to their parents. He asks her for a study guide, but she says she's given the last one away. Lena's friend, Kellen, asks about Blake, but she says she barely knows him. Guards search students for cheating devices. When they find one on a student, they chase him down and catch him with a net. Kellen uses his dad's security access to watch the footage and sends it to a reporter named Wendy Banks, but she doesn't reply. Inside the school, Blake tries to comfort Ellie, who is nervous. 15 minutes before the test, guards lock down the school. Teachers explain the rules. Miss Birch encourages her class, saying the questions are hard but fair, and there's always a chance to pass. Another teacher, Mr. Glass, reminds students that the test measures their abilities accurately. The test begins, and students use glowing tablets to answer questions. When time is up, the results are processed. Students wait anxiously. Some cry, squirm in their seats, or sit in silence. Kellen feels nervous, but he passes. Ellie isn't so lucky. Her name is called, and she is taken away with the others who failed. Some students leave quietly, while others scream, beg, or resist as guards remove them. The students who pass the test are congratulated and sent to the rec room. Lena sees Simon being led away with the students who failed, and Blake calls his dad, begging him to save Ellie. But Governor Redding refuses, saying the law must be followed. Furious, Blake slams his locker and runs after the guards. He attacks one with a fire extinguisher and tells Ellie to escape, but she gets caught in the crowd and is stopped by the guards. 1 year later, the next test is 24 hours away. Lena sits with her 2 younger siblings at a table surrounded by moving boxes. A pamphlet shows that their mother has passed away. Miss Birch visits to bring a casserole and comforts Lena, reminding her that Corin will be taking her first test soon. Meanwhile, Blake works out in his room, still holding onto a picture of Ellie pinned to his wall. He starts recording a video on his tablet, saying that if anyone is watching it, he's already dead. 3 hours before the test, Lena quizzes Corin as they approach the school. She hugs Corin tightly before sending her inside. At the governor's mansion, Redding reviews plans for an announcement with Vince, making sure everything is set. He then checks in on Blake, trying to explain that there was nothing he could have done for Ellie. Blake brushes him off and heads to the school. On the way, Vince sees Blake drop a package into a mailbox. At school, Lena meets Kellen, and they talk about how this is their last test. Kellen admits he's nervous, but notes that Lena probably isn't since she's so smart. Lena, however, is more worried about Corinne than herself. As they head inside, Kellen bumps into Wade, a quarterback who goes on to bully another student. They wonder if he's really smart enough to have survived the test so far. 15 minutes before the test begins, the school is locked down again. Back at the governor's mansion, Vince brings Redding the package Blake mailed. Inside is Blake's tablet with a video explaining his plan to intentionally fail the test. In the video, Blake says that if his dad truly supports this system, he'll have to live with the system that kills his son. Furious, the governor orders Blake to be brought home, but the school is already locked down. Frustrated, he throws a chair and dismisses everyone from the room. At the school, Blake waits for the test to begin. A girl named Sarah, who had slept with Mr. Glass to try to secure a passing score, looks at him, but he avoids her gaze. In a younger classroom, Miss Cole plays a video for the students before their first test. The video, made by a company called Asuru Global, is a cartoon explaining why the test exists. It says the test helps control overpopulation and shows examples of other countries killing their elderly or limiting births. It claims that America only keeps the smartest students, making it the best country in the world. The video portrays failing students as heroes for helping the planet. After the video, the kids clap, and Miss Cole takes a moment outside to collect herself. A guard offers to give the test in her place, but she refuses. She returns to the classroom and tells the children it's time to take the exciting test they've been practicing for. In the older students' classroom, the test begins. Blake finishes early, and Mr. Glass notices. Among the younger kids, Nathan raises his hand for help on a question, but Miss Cole isn't allowed to assist him. She encourages him to do his best. Once the test is over, Miss Cole announces the names of the students who passed. She tells the others to stand and follow the leader when their names are called. The teachers read out the names of the failed students, including Nathan, Sarah, and Lena, but not Blake. Mason confirms with the mayor that Blake's transfer was successful, and he's safe. The mayor approves the commencement of the thinning. Blake watches as the failed students are led away. Miss Birch intercepts a guard, arguing that Lena is one of the best students she's ever taught and couldn't have failed. The guard checks but gets orders to proceed. Before Lena is taken, Miss Birch slips her a keycard, urging her to escape when the time is right. Meanwhile, in the rec room, the passing students celebrate with food and dancing. Miss Birch notices Mr. Glass flirting with another student. At the same time, Governor Redding takes the stage for a major announcement, speaking about his achievements and defending the thinning as a necessary system for improving society. His speech plays on a TV at the school party, but Blake slips away unnoticed. As the governor announces his candidacy for president, the failed students are stripped, decontaminated, and given new clothes. Lena hides the keycard in her mouth. They are led to a room, cuffed to chairs, and surrounded by guards wielding syringes. Panic spreads among the students. Blake fakes an injury to ambush a guard and sneaks into the control room, disabling the school's power. The chaos allows Lena to escape using the keycard. Mason calls Kellen's father, Victor, to fix the system, telling the party guests it's just a minor outage. Mason discovers that Lena is missing and orders the school to stay locked down. Lena uses the keycard to access another area, but is spotted by a guard. Thinking quickly, she impersonates Miss Birch and tricks him before attacking. Blake arrives, and together they take the guard down. Lena reveals she couldn't have failed the test, while Blake admits he failed on purpose, but was saved by his father. Realizing the corruption, they decide to expose the truth. They move through the vents toward the server room, but Blake accidentally falls into a pool. Lena rescues him, and they change clothes before continuing. Meanwhile, in the rec room, tensions rise as guards beat a student, and Kellen records the incident, sending it to Wendy. At the server room, Lena drops the keycard. Blake, disguised as a guard, retrieves it but is caught trying to help the failed students. Lena uses the keycard to access the server and, with Kellen's help, logs in. She discovers shocking results. She scored 98% but failed, while Blake passed with 15%, and Ellie failed with 88%. Wade passed with just 42%. Wendy broadcasts evidence of the falsified scores and footage of guards abusing students. Public outrage grows as Lena and Blake fight to expose the system. Mason captures Lena, sending her to the thinning. Blake tries to intervene but is subdued. Governor Redding denies Mason approval to continue, instead revising the list. Lena is freed and declared a passing student. She kisses Blake before being forced to leave. Blake is strapped into her chair, alongside Wade, and injected. He loses consciousness as the school reopens, and Lena reunites with her sister and Miss Birch outside. Parents of the missing mourn their children, while Wendy reports Mason has been taken in for questioning. Governor Redding spins Blake's failure to appeal to voters, presenting himself as a man of the people. Meanwhile, the failed students, including Blake, are taken to a factory where they're forced to assemble the tablets used for the tests. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more upcoming recaps. We will be back with more amazing recaps. Until then, stay safe and take care.